Om Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namah. Greetings to everyone world over. Green morning, green afternoon, and green evening. After a long time, I have repeated this particular assembly because I have been saying only good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. But as a lot of deliberations are going on environment, climate change, global warming, and Secretary General of the United Nations is visiting India. So this is the most appropriate time that we should preach and we should convey to the whole world green morning, green afternoon, and green evening to everyone world over, wherever you are. So extending a very hearty welcome, very warm welcome to all our brothers and sisters across the globe. Those are joining for this particular program. What a pleasure to have you. And nowadays, we are running a very, very special series for all of you. And this morning, this afternoon, this evening, Mr. Anjan Kumar Bora from Assam, from the northeast part of India, is the first person to join in. And when you come on the YouTube live, it's a great, great pleasure, and others follow. We are having a special week just before Deepavali, and we are doing justice with preparing Indian youth, Indian teachers for global journey, multitasking. Ladies and gentlemen, post-pandemic, the world is altogether different. Teachers got to be multi-skilled. Teachers got to take on all the roles and they got to wear the different hats depending on the need, desires, and whatever is the input needed in different countries and continents world over in the post-pandemic. And we all got to realize there is no more competition. It's a collaboration. It's a networking. All of us, we have to work together. So preparing global multitasking teachers. Today is the part 6, Thursday, 20th of October, 2022. And let me share 2 more slides and then we go to Dr. PRIYA ma'am all the way in the Houston, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, Chamber is a link between India and non-resident Indians. And tomorrow evening, 8 p.m., you will have Preparing Global Multitasking Teachers Part 7. With these words, join me in extending a very warm welcome this morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are, to Dr. PRIYA VISWESWARAN ma'am. We hope she joins us fast and she joins us soon. But till the time she joins, I wish to convey my deep gratitudes and thanks to our regular visitors who come every day. Mohit Chaudhary, thank you very much. You bring a large group of people with you. Julie Subba ma'am from Manipur, you come every day. Thank you very much. It's indeed a great pleasure to have you with us. And then, of course, we have got Indra Beniwal ma'am. She's a flagship for the Haryana school education ecosystem. She did extremely well in Chandigarh earlier when she was principal of one of the prestigious school, and thereafter she moved to Haryana. Now, student queries, it's a big group of 500 plus students. And thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for being with us. And thank you very much for encouraging and supporting this particular series. Ladies and gentlemen, if we want to bring equality in the world, if we want to bring peace, prosperity, and happiness, we got to empower the entire education ecosystem. कुछ भी और संसार में समानता नहीं लेकर आ सकता या आ सकती. अगर कोई चीज पूरे समाज में सब कुछ बराबर कर सकती है और लेकर आ सकती है तो वो है शिक्षा प्रणाली. And when we talk about education ecosystem, our teachers, our counselors, our mentors, our coach, our technical experts, our subject experts, principals, headmasters, and vice chancellors, directors, whatever arena they are into, the whole ecosystem of education, wherever they are, whatever they are doing, and whatever they do, that all can bring growth, happiness, and prosperity to all of you. Dr. PRIYA ma'am, we are waiting for you to join us from US. If you have come, please do let us know. Then we can start today's program. I know you're working very hard and you're having regularly every day almost 30 minutes program for all of us, sharing how to prepare Indian teachers for the global journey, for the global role, and what could be the new avenues and opportunities. And as PRIYA Visweswaran ma'am, she joins us from the United States this morning. It's early morning in the Houston, Texas. We extend her a very warm welcome. She had been continuously empowering every day webinar, and tomorrow would be the finale for this particular series, what we are doing at present. And we extend her a very warm welcome today. And I would request her to take on the floor and to start the journey and to start the program for today. With these words, hearty welcome and a pleasure to have you, ma'am, and green morning and a hearty welcome.
Thank you so much. Green morning, green evening to you, sir. And thank you very much. And thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity to you and to the audience you've created of thousands of people all over India, and also to and teachers, and for supporting our teachers, and for committing and investing in their training and in their growth, and in their obtaining jobs of the kind of jobs that they want, wherever they want and however they want. You are a great soul, Gulshanji, and I appreciate so much being a part of your team and being chosen to work with you. I'm so very grateful to God and so very grateful to you for the opportunity. And thank you, and thank Chitra ji, and thank the audience for your patience with me. A little bit of a late start today. And we will go straight to sharing the screen. And I wanted to give a little short story, actually. And, you know, and I wanted to give you an example of how this sort of works. If we go into, you know, if we go into a situation where let us say we have the technology and we have robots to cut trees, okay, and to make logs out of them, and to sell these logs as firewood or whatever to make money. Now we go to the man who's the usual logger. You know, the Canadian, Canada, and here in the US, they have these people called loggers. And who they are is they go and chop these big pine trees, coniferous trees. They chop them up into small pieces, and they put those pieces in the, or maybe the trunks, they put them on the river. They go downstream where they're chopped up and they're fed into, I mean, the mill is used to chop them up. And then they're sent to wherever, whether it's energy generation or manufacturing of furniture or whatever it is. They're made into planks, into long, you know, what they call 2x4s, you know, just pieces of wood, and they're sent to Home Depot or other big stores which stock these wood pieces where builders can go and pick them up. Now, let us say you have a computer and you can manage this robot that can chop the tree remotely. Okay. And the only thing is the robot needs to be taught once by the logger how to cut the tree, how to take the precautions, how to anchor it so it doesn't fall on the robot or the person, and how to chop, how to put it in the river. It is a skilled task, isn't it? It may be, you know, an hour. Like if I had to go do that job, I would need at least 3 to 6 months in training, maybe a full year to get into that shape to be able to do that job. It's a heavy sort of a physical labor job, but it also requires brain power, and it requires knowing what all can go wrong. I'm sure an experienced logger would have seen 1 or 2 deaths in his lifetime or her lifetime. An experienced logger would have seen some people get cut by the saw, electric saw. So there are some things that a robot will not know, right? So let us say you go to this man and you say, look, if I'd like you to train my robot, because once my robot is trained, then you know, we can do this heavy job, right? It's kind of, you know, it's so much of life is at risk, and you know, people can lose their limbs if the electric saw falls on them. Better to give the robot to do it. So just train the robot once, then the robot will take over and do your job, and then we'll, you know, you can find something else to do. So let us say we approach the man like this. What do you think his answer is going to be? what will his answer be? His answer will be, thank you, but I will pass. I don't think I will be teaching the robot, right? I don't think I'm going to be teaching the robot how to cut the tree. I don't know what job you have planned for me in the future. You haven't told me anything about it. You haven't promised any assured training. You haven't said I will definitely make at least this income, if not more. I don't know what other skill sets I need to acquire, whether I want to acquire them. I'm very comfortable with these skill sets. This is what I've done all my life, and my father has done, my grandfather has done, whatever it is, right? So this is a similar situation to when we go, let's say, to a doctor and say, okay, you're a nephrologist, you know how to reverse kidney failure. You teach me about it, and I will put you on a platform with all these other nephrologists, and all the patients can take advice from you and other people. Whoever they want to take advice from, they can take. Just share your expertise, and we will, whoever wants to come to you, they will send it to you. So no, the technology cannot drive the field. The technology can improve the efficiency of the field. Technology can improve turnaround times, response times, and so some other things. But technology, being the leader in the field, being the driver of the field, that is suboptimal, in my humble opinion. I'm sharing this with you because I see this happen a lot. And it is a very challenging thing to see, because from the technologist standpoint, oh my God, my computer can do so much, my robot can do so much. Why don't you just step aside and let the technology people do it? So, but from the perspective of that person, this is all they know to do. This is what they've trained for their entire lives. Their family has supported them, has put up with all the hardships, the late nights, the sacrifices that they've all made. So to just give that away and walk away from that, that is not something that is fair to expect, and it is a misunderstanding of the purpose of technology in the life of humanity. So the reason I was giving you the background is, even when we do things like ICT skill training, or training somebody to be a Facebook expert or whatever, we are not in the business of making them take the jobs from people who are already doing this. They are here to assist companies that cannot afford these people, and that, you know, once they grow to a proper size, they may not need these teachers who are part-timing as an ICT person who just teaches you how to plug in the computer and so on and so forth. And in my humble opinion, it's a colossal mistake to not teach our people, all our people in the country, ICT skills, because unless we know this, we are not going to be able to expand the whole breadbasket of technology across the border. It is a breadbasket that can feed all the billions of people in the world. There are many breadbaskets. Technology is only one. I can tell you about at least 10 breadbaskets that can feed all the people on the planet without technology. So I just want to give you that background, because, you know, we need to have an understanding, a perspective of the holistic scenario, the big picture. And also we need to understand our role in it. We are here to assist somebody when we do technology. We are not here to subsume their livelihood or take on their livelihood and then tell them, I can do it better than you. Why don't you just be there in the corner and, you know, just watch and have fun. And oh, by the way, for 2 hours of my time to do something like put up a website, it's $1,000. So this is the misuse of technology, the misunderstanding and misuse of technology. And the only people that I think will understand this is actually the teachers, because they are in a profession where there is no overnight success. That student, if you're teaching that student in 6th standard, it might be 30 years before they're a CEO of a company, or they've invented something great, or gotten a Nobel Prize, or represented India in the Olympics, or whatever it is. Okay, it might be 20 years before they're anybody. Okay, there is no overnight success in the profession of a teacher that puts them in the right mindset to understand that technology cannot subsume the primary professions. Technology is there to assist and lift, not subsume, not take on the primary profession and then say, oh, by the way, just to help you, my time is $500 an hour. What about my time as a medical doctor? If you put a value on my time, it'll be, tens of thousands of dollars. I'm not looking at that. I'm investing in a relationship. The reason I'm raising all this is, if you as a teacher go into technology, you need to understand the ethics of technology. If you're an unethical user of technology, you will be wiped out. I guarantee you that. You will be thrown out of the surface of this planet if you're unethical about the use of technology. You have to put yourself in your lane. There is something called your lane. You've got to stay in your lane. If you ask me, why as a doctor am I in this lane? I'm not trying to be a teacher. I'm trying to teach teachers who don't have the resources, who don't have the access or the knowledge to what they need to keep our country on par with other countries. So this is a job that does not exist. I'm not taking over somebody else's lane. I'm creating a new lane. Thanks to Gulshanji's support, thanks to everything that he has done for me, to which I bow to him like the son. I pray to him like a guru that he is and a master that he is to me. The reason I'm sharing this is, everything that we do in life has got to be guided by ethical boundaries. It cannot be that on the inside we're feeling some thoughts. Oh my God, I work so much harder than you. I know so much more than you. I do so much more. Well, until you walk in the shoes of the other person, you do not know what they have been through in life. You cannot dismiss their truth, the truth of their existence. They have certain truths that are real and present and existing in their lives. As a teacher, you know this. If a student comes and has not done the homework again and again and again, and you tell them, "Are you stupid?" and you throw the book on their head, and there they're going home, and at home they don't have food on the table, the mother is dying of cancer, the father is an alcoholic who's beating everybody. You don't know, that student doesn't have the mouth to tell you that. But can you deny that student's reality? Who are you to deny the student's reality? My point here is that each one of us has our own reality. And it is our job as children of God to walk in the path where we're not judging somebody in a derogatory and in a disrespectful and frankly in a way that undermines their humanity and their human dignity. You've been through something that is making you not submit the homework. I'll sit down with you and I'll try to see what I can do from my side. I can be always encouraging, always positive and cheerful, always compliment the good things that you do, keep a safe place here in the schoolroom for you, classroom, never punish you. These are all the beautiful things that a teacher can do for a child. And a good teacher, a great teacher will understand that there is no child that wants to do badly in the class. There is no child that comes there wanting to be disrespectful to the teacher. If a child acts out, like I had many classmates in my school, Vidya Mandir, boys from particularly middle class family. We are also middle class, but in my house, the father said, okay, you have to do this. And the mother was backing the father up, so it all happened. But there were plenty of families that it was not together or something. I remember when I was in 10th standard, this young girl who was a 5th or 6th standard student used to always come and touch me and hold on to me. Young girl, very, very light-skinned, fair-skinned girl. And I was just thinking, what does she want from me? Like, what am I supposed to do? I didn't even understand because I was so young. She'd always come and hold on to me, touch me, and say, Akka, Akka, can I be with you? Akka means older sister in Tamil. Akka, Akka, can you teach me how to do this? Akka, please show me. And this was not like a corporation school. It was a decent school for middle class people. I never understood what was going on. Then she stopped coming to school and I didn't know what happened. And somebody, I ran into somebody who also knew her. I don't know if it was a teacher or if it was another, I don't remember now. And I said, what happened to that girl? I said, I haven't seen her in a long time. Usually when I leave the school from the back entrance, she's there with me. She's saying, Akka, Akka, can I come home with you? Drop me at my house, Akka, whatever. What happened to her? Oh, you don't know, she got leukemia. And her, see, when a child gets such a big disease, usually there's major parental problems at home. Major parental problems at home. And the child doesn't have a mouth to say, my father is beating my mother and my mother is dying. And I'm so unsafe in my house. I don't know what, I know that there are good people. Can you help me? This is what she wants to say. But what she's saying is, Akka, can you just walk me to the house, to my house? See, we are human beings first, okay? Then here are our professions, whatever our caste, race, religion, nationality, ethnicity, and all that is after. The first thing is, can we recognize a human that is in distress? And can we have the human dignity to understand that everybody has a right to live, prosper, have their own, create their own field, and it can be done in a non-competitive, non-threatening, and a beautifully abundant way. I'm here to tell you that as a teacher, your job is to encourage non-competition. As a teacher, your job is to tell them, you know what? There is so much of abundance on this planet that you can choose any path you want. You can get to that goal of who you want to be in any way that you want, and you can grow infinitely, and you will not harm or threaten anybody else's livelihood, and you have every possibility of infinite abundant growth. What has helped that is technology. Technology has hugely helped and benefited and made that possible. Okay, so I know it's a big, long, rambling, 20 minutes here today, but I just wanted to share that because as teachers, you have so much power, you have so much of responsibility, you have so much to contribute to society and to the future of humanity and of the country, So it is not a light job. Please know that you're the treasure of our country. And as Gulshanji was saying, we are going to look to you to encourage the curiosity and the creativity and empathy and the unlimited growth in these children. That is what we're hoping to train you in. We want you to become curious and creative and infinite thinkers, and then pass on that thinking to our children so that the country can grow infinitely, and everybody's standard of living will be raised, poverty will be abolished, there will be no premature deaths, no ill health. It can be like that. Why should it not be like that? It needs to be like that. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because it came up to me a lot in my last night and this morning I was thinking very intensively about it. And then, this thing came up and I thought, okay, I will share this with you. And these are all more of those technology things. We don't need to talk about that. These are some other jobs that are not technology based, like copywriter. What is a copywriter, right? Somebody, first of all, who is a very good, who writes things in a very short and punchy way, who can write advertisements, who can write beautiful English, but not flowery and long, but short and punchy, usually. Sometimes it's flowery and long also in copywriting, but it is a person who can write an advertisement, who can create a marketing campaign, or in the cinema industry, they're called screenwriters, right? So in marketing and sales, they're called copywriters. So you tell them, look, I have this product. It is a face wash soap. It is a cleanser, or whatever you want to call it. Okay. Now I want you to write an ad for it. Here are the ingredients of this. You can see it on the back of the bottle. And the benefit of this over the others is that you can get 200 uses out of one bottle of this. And the second benefit is it doesn't have any harmful products. Now go write the ad. So then the copywriter will research each ingredient and they will take all of that and they will say, okay, this thing has this thing has that. It has all these in 10 or 12 ingredients. It is not going to harm your health. All these research studies have shown it is not harmful to the skin. And, you get so many uses, 200 uses with one small bottle of this. And so we are the best. And why don't you try us out? So something like that is what the copywriter does. Now, I can go on with more and more jobs, but I also wanted to share with you that you can start right where you are right now. Let us say that you have some expertise in preparing an Indian meal, okay? Let us say that you're a teacher and you're either a gent or a lady and you know how to make Indian food dishes, okay? Now, you can make a course out of that. You can make that a course because there are so many, out of the 8 billion people that are on the planet, I can guarantee you that at any given time, at least 2 million, maybe up to 20 million people want to know how to make Indian dishes. Okay. Now, if you want to say, okay, you know what, I can teach you how to make 10 or 20 Indian or Northeast Indian dishes or Western Indian dishes or Southern or Northern, whatever, you choose something that you're already an expert at. And you can teach that. It can be a 6-week course. You teach that for 1 hour each week. You show them what spices they need in the first week, what ingredients they need to buy from the grocery store and keep. And then you tell them, these are the 10 dishes or 5 dishes I'm going to teach you. Only 5 more weeks left, right? You can give them an extra dish at the end of it. Okay, these are 5 dishes I'm going to teach you. Okay, and this is on the next week, you show them you show them roti, maybe the second week. Then the third week, maybe you show them some, mixed vegetable curry. Then the fourth week, maybe you show them, I don't know, you can show them some dal. Then in the 5th week, you can show them some, like a palak based dish. Then you can show them raita or something in another week, and then you can give them dessert as a bonus week. That's it. That's your course. At any given time, there are 2 to 20 million people that would want to learn. Why? Even if you get 200 people, that is enough for 2-3 years of income. See, there is nothing that is impossible with technology and with your skill set as teachers, right? You can be a data entry technician. Somebody may tell you, okay, here are all these numbers, here are all these lines of code that have to be written in the website, go do it now. And you just look at that and you type it up. You can do that. That is a job. You can manage data. So maybe your job is just to come around and find out, who needs how much memory extra. You check all the computers in a particular office. You know what you're actually doing with 1/10 of the data storage you need. I can sell you some external hard drives and some little pieces of whatever chips or drives that you can put in, disks that will expand your data storage 10 times, and that is actually the kind of volume of data storage you need in order for your computers to run efficiently, for you to be able to do videos and so on. Then Chief Information Officer stays on top of everything that is new on the technology front that will improve the delivery of the services for any company. As I mentioned, there are 33 million businesses, small businesses in the United States. 33 million, that means 1 in 10 Americans is, on average, it may not be like that, but 1 in 10 Americans owns a business. Some people own 3, 4, 5 businesses. Some people own 20. I know personally people who own 20 businesses. One person owning 20 businesses. Okay, it is possible. Anything is possible. Okay, so who's the Chief Information Officer? They will make sure that their websites are not hacked. They will make sure that memory is up to par. They will make sure what is the latest software. Okay, if you take the school circumstance, you can be the Chief Information Officer for the school. What does that mean? That is making sure all the computers don't have viruses. That is making sure that all the computers have the ability to do Zoom calls. That is making sure people are not surfing pornography websites from each computer. So you have certain security blocks. And that is to make sure that people are not doing personal work on school computer time and school computer use. There are several things. That is to make sure that there is privacy for each person protected so that other people cannot see this person's emails. So that is the job of a Chief Information Officer. Then you can be a data security expert or a firewall expert. There is an Indian gentleman I know who lives in Seattle who has a company and it's a multi-million-dollar, 25 million a year or something he's making. What is the service he's providing? Data security. That means he's making sure that whatever you put on your computer and send by email and receive by email is encrypted, is safe, because this is a competitive advantage. If your competitor can hack into your computer, and here it happens a lot. We have people from Russia, people from other countries, China particularly, that hack into the computers and just suck the information out, and they're working with it. Right now, I just read a few days ago that China is hiring all the military pilots from UK. They're paying them $250,000. They want to understand what the special features are of the military airplanes, and they want to upgrade their military. And the United States has come out with a strategy statement about 28 or 35 pages long. I don't remember. I can send you a link. This was just in the last few days by President Biden. And they have clearly said that the growth of China's military is exponentially faster than the West is able to control. So the data security expert makes sure that the data, that the experience of these pilots, their knowledge, the teachers is not leaving the country. It could be a job like that. It could be that whatever they're downloading about the plane specifications from the computer cannot leave, cannot be copied. I'm sure you've seen where people send you a PDF or a white paper and you try to copy it, you can't copy. That is because of data security features. And that is what a data security expert would do for those documents generated, right? And then we have risk, we have risk management professionals. What happened to that slide? Just one second, here we are. I'll complete it really quickly. We have risk management professionals, and risk is not necessarily just data. It could be a key employee leaving and other people following him to the competitor, or if he sets up his own business or she sets up her own business in competition, that's a risk. So a risk, a threat, you know, you have risks where competitors can poach your key employees. In a school situation, what are some risky things? A student can arrive with a gun. Here in the US, that is a definite risk. Or a student can cause commotion or chaos, or a student can disrupt a class, or a teacher could fall ill. These are all risks, right? And managing the risks is the job of a professional, anticipating and planning ahead of time, not waiting until the teacher falls ill to find out, oh my God, there is no substitute who can teach 12th standard physics. The teacher is sick, so 1 week they will not have physics classes. If the teacher has cancer, then we have to, after 1 month, we have to arrange a substitute teacher. No, you have all this in place in advance. Then you have data privacy policy coordinated and enforced. Data privacy is for the customer of the company. If they come to the website, what data are you collecting? What data are you not collecting? Are you giving them the options to use these cookies or not? You know, the cookies will track them wherever they go. It will study where they spend money, who they are, you know, whether they fall into this box or that box, whichever one. And that is the data privacy of the customer. Do you have a policy for that? Who's the coordinator for that? This person collects from all the key stakeholders in the company and the customers what is okay and what is not okay. And then they have to enforce this data privacy policy. If the customers say nothing, you will not take any one information about me and follow it or track it, and all the customers say that, then the company has to make sure that their website provider is not tracking, their employees are not tracking, their systems are not tracking. This is a job. Human resources expert, manager, consultant. This is a big topic of discussion for a full day. So I will just mention it. Team building expert, corporate event planner. This is another big job. Again, thank you so much, Gulshan Sharma ji, for the opportunity to discuss these jobs. I know we didn't go through as many slides as I would like to have done today, but I felt like our teachers, we talked about gratitude and appreciation, how a little bit of gratitude and appreciation goes a long way. You know, when somebody does something out of their way just to say, I appreciate you. You know, everybody has a stamp on their forehead that says, appreciate me, you know. So just saying, I appreciate you so much, and saying it from a place in the heart where you're genuinely opening that door, that wall, and allowing that the stream of that soul particles to flow to the other person's heart. You got to feel it right there in your heart. That we talked about 2-3 days ago. And then today we talked a little bit about the ethics of teaching as a profession and what is the role of technology in any professional life, any profession's life, and in all professions and in professional lives. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
It's a wonderful session. And to have the economy of time, ma'am, can I make a request to you? As you've got wonderful slides, you explain the slides tomorrow, but share the slides today, just flip through, so that people in their own time should go through and they should come prepared tomorrow. Because tomorrow we have to have question answer session.
Wonderful.
So just flip through.
Yeah, our yoga teacher, meditation coach, pranayama coach. I can give you examples.
kindly just
Yes.
show the slides to them.
Okay.
Don't explain. Let them, you just flip through and let them go through in their own, because this program is going live on YouTube. So what they
Absolutely.
can do in their own time, we would request the audience, global audience, ma'am is going to show you all the slides, because there's a paucity of time. She will show you
Yes.
all the slides. Go through those slides in your own time. And tomorrow, please come prepared for questions, whatever you want to take up with madam, so that we can have economy of the effort. Could you please show the presentation, ma'am?
Yeah.
Could you show your PPT?
Yeah. You want from the beginning, sir? Or
No,
just
ma'am.
these?
From 51 onwards.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
From
So this was
51 onwards, you just show it to them.
okay.
Don't read it out. Just flip through, so that it will get recorded on the YouTube. They can see in their own time, and they can come prepared with the questions tomorrow.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. So that is 53. Here is 54.
You had shown, no, ma'am, it is not seen. We can't see your slides.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I was showing it. I'm so
No,
sorry.
no. You have to share the slides. Now,
Yes,
after the 52, after 52, come to 53. Yes, from here. So this is 53, then 54,
54.
then 55, then 56, 57, 58,
Yeah.
59,
59. This is about reading proficiency and something called human capital and learning
60,
quality.
60. Ma'am, you can show the slides, just share with them. And I would request the global audience, please go through in your own time. We are sharing the text with you, the hard work of the madam and the dedication of madam, whatsoever she has put in, so that you all can go through and we can have the economy of time for the more time for questions tomorrow. Then comes 62, ma'am. Then comes 63. And then comes your 64.
Yeah, then we have some more,
How education is being provided globally. Okay,
Yeah.
66. REAP, 67. Okay, 68. 60, then comes 70. Okay, 71. 72.
3 points. I should have a little bit narrowed it, but
Worries,
anyway.
no worries. 73. Then 74. I'm just sharing so that the people will go through in their own time, ma'am. 75. That is the beauty of the YouTube, that you just share whatsoever you want to give a homework to the people.
Yes.
So that let them come prepared tomorrow, and they ask the questions, everything from you. We would request once again the people, those are joining us on the YouTube, kindly go through these slides which madam is flipping through, and tomorrow bring your questions so that we can devote more time on those questions. And tomorrow will be the winding up round of this particular special session, what we have got for 7 days, 7 modules with all of you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Wonderful. Now, as a small token of gesture for your hard work, I just wish to play one song for you. And before that, a small video, what I was deliberating last evening with you, the creativity of the person, I just wish to share. And this is the last slide we have seen. You can see it. And thereafter, we come on to the next one. This is a 1 minute, exactly 1 minute video, which has been animated, prepared with a voiceover for India's first inspirational lab after finishing school of ICSI. Earlier, before pandemic, we had finishing school brick and mortar for work on teachers and youth. And now it is the inspirational lab, which is digital. So here is the journey which has been done during the pandemic and post-pandemic. we can reach out globally.
Welcome to the Inspirational Lab of ICSI Finishing School for Service Industry. The International Chamber for Service Industry, or ICSI, brought on ground India's first finishing school for the service industry in 1994. However, it has become an inspirational lab and turned completely digital post-pandemic. Here, the students link academics beyond syllabi. They journey from effective communication to connecting skills, curiosity to creativity, along with soft skills, life skills, and technical skills. Health and wellness is another important component of the Inspirational Lab at ICSI. Inspirational Lab is an initiative of ICSI to develop a holistic approach in education transformation. Visit icsiindia.in 89686-52424. Welcome to the
I just wanted to give you the glimpse, and now this
Very
is the
nice. So
this is the
Welcome to the
this is the creativity
Thank you.
towards animation, and here is the song which is being developed by the gentleman for ICSI. Lyrics, music, composition, videos, visuals, and voice, all the combination by one person for the entire efforts to the humanity that India has to
Wow.
become once again Vishwa Guru.
Sugar.
विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। शिक्षा के पथ पे आगे बढ़ कर, शिक्षा के पथ पे आगे बढ़ कर सबका ही कल्याण करो। भारत का सम्मान करो, भारत का सम्मान करो। आर्यभट्ट से उज्जवल शिक्षक पूर्ण जगत में छा जाओ। आर्यभट्ट से उज्जवल शिक्षक पूर्ण जगत में छा जाओ। श्रेष्ठ वर्ग के तारे बनकर अपना नाम भी चमकाओ। विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। शिक्षा के पथ पे आगे बढ़ कर, शिक्षा के पथ पे आगे बढ़ कर सबका ही कल्याण करो। सकल जगत में गौरवमय गुणगान करो। गगन कल्पना एपीजे कलाम और भगत सिंह बन जाओ। साहस भर के झांसी जैसा जीवन का बलिदान करो। गगन कल्पना एपीजे कलाम और भगत सिंह बन जाओ। साहस भर के झांसी जैसा जीवन का बलिदान करो। विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो। विश्व गुरु बनना है भारत, भारत का सम्मान करो।
So this is, we just wanted to show you, ma'am, that
It's lovely, sir. It's very, very inspiring.
during the pandemic, when people say we had challenges, we had difficulties, ICSI was working in the direction. And I'm so
Amazing.
grateful to all our brothers and sisters across the globe. We have done 1,600 webinars. We have
Sun
created
salutations to you, sir.
we have created this particular music and song, and the finishing school which we brought to India, the first service industry finishing school for teachers and youth, we converted it totally to the digital part now, which is an inspirational lab working on
Yes.
personality enhancement, working on communication skills, working on curiosity, creativity, and logical thinking, analytical thinking, critical thinking, all the factors we are trying to bring. And so rightly said, now it's not only soft skills, it is not hard skill, life skill, it's a lifelong learning for all of us. So ladies and gentlemen,
Absolutely.
this song was dedicated to Dr. PRIYA VISWESWARAN ma'am this evening for her hard week, hard work which you have done.
No,
The
sir.
entire week you
I'm not
dedicated
worthy of such a
to us.
beautiful thing. Really, I
So-
swear to God. Thank you.
So
I really appreciate that.
tomorrow we would be having the closing remarks from ma'am for the week-long hard work which she had put in now at a stretch every day, devoting time for us. And please come
Ashutosh,
prepared. I would request the global audience tomorrow, please come prepared. And I'm
ask all your questions.
yes, with all your questions. And I'm grateful to Julie Subba ma'am to bring entire Northeast. I'm grateful to Mohit Chaudhary to bring entire Punjab. I'm grateful to Sakshi Chauhan to bring entire Uttarakhand. I'm grateful to Ajay. I'm grateful to all other dignitaries, Vidhi Jaiswal and Indra Beniwal to bring entire Haryana together. So people, those are working hard and supporting the vision. We look forward to meet all of you. And tomorrow we all will be giving, Choti Diwali,
Happy Deepavali,
yes,
sir.
to
Deepavali
everybody
Shubhkamnaye.
tomorrow evening. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, let's convey our deep thanks to ma'am